Hey guys, so I figured I would do a collection of my record related books that I have in my collection. Besides collecting records, I love collecting books. I have about roughly over 100 books in my collection. So I got this from Amazon today, and this is Dust and Grooves by Elon Paz. So basically, you have tons and tons of different record collections in this book. Let me show you some of them. Some of these people have wall-to-wall record collection, and I'm amazed by that, for sure. Look at this, a wall-to-wall record collection, and he has everything labeled. I'd go crazy if I had a really super huge record collection in my room. I'm already going crazy as it is with my 340 records in my collection, so I can't imagine having 1,000 records quite yet, but someday I'm probably going to end up getting to that much in terms of record collecting. And I'm going to read you some of the quotes in this book. So this guy says, DJs make a name for themselves by breaking a tune. I was never massively good at it. I was never massively good at that. It was more the collectors who did that. Then he shows you his collection. Guys, I could spend forever looking at this book, but this is by far my favorite collection. She looks like a girl straight out of the 60s. This is Sheila Burgel. I love her shelf, and I love that cute little 45 record holder she has with the flowers. I want to get one of those for my collection. Look at this. Here's another picture of her shelf. Really super nice. Now, they got collections of everybody from all over the world, which is really cool. And as I said, some of these people have wall-to-wall records all the way up to the ceiling. This guy's record collection is really impressive. And then you got a guy here who collects children's records, specifically Sesame Street. There are people out there who just collect weird, random oddities in terms of record collecting. But there's a quote I read in the book. Some guy said that even when we're broke, we still collect records. And so the beginning of the book, it says, record collecting is an infinite journey backwards. Zach Cowie. So I spent 30 minutes reading this book, and this is by far my favorite book that I own on record collecting. And here's one last quote. Rock and roll, period. Any of it. Hate it. Worst thing that happened to music. Hurts all type of music. They took blues and ruined it. It's a cancer of music. Ate into everything. Killed country music. That's for sure. I do not agree with this guy because I love rock and roll. But he's entitled to his opinion. And here's his collection. Very awesome collection, by the way, dude. But now I'm going to show you the other books I have in my collection, because I could spend a good hour talking about that book for a video, but I do not want to do that to you and make you watch an hour of me talking about that book. The next one we got is from vinyl to digital and back again. So basically this book goes and talks about how we went from having vinyl records to going to the digital format and then coming back to actually having records again. Because as you know, there was a time and period when MP3s were super popular. Actually, in fact, MP3s are popular, but since we got Spotify, I think a lot of people don't use iPods anymore or play MP3s. They just use Spotify. Well, that's what I do. I use Spotify and I play records the most. And sometimes, occasionally, I will go and play a CD. So this book also shows a bunch of different record stores. Here we got records were stocked on warehouse shelves in the earliest music stores such as this one, photographed in, guess what, 1905. So we've had records for a very, very long time. Here's another record store. This book is awesome, and here's Grammys, New, Pre-Love, and Music Style and Trade. They also talk about my favorite record store in here, Amoeba, and there's a foreword here by Peter Buck of REM. So this is another great book. The last book I got is 1,000 Record Covers. So basically this is just 1,000 different record covers. Here we got Two Virgins by John Lennon. Very controversial cover. We got some Bob Dylan. And Graham Nash. Love Graham Nash. I love all things Crosby, Stills, and Nash. We got King Crimson with their very iconic record cover. Grace Jones. Joan. Armour Trading. Some of these covers I can't show you because they got nudity on it. So I'll show you a few more. Bette Midler, the Pointer Sisters, Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band, Joni Mitchell, The Who's, By Number, and Planet Waves. So this book has tons and tons of various different covers from every genre and pretty much, I think, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even 40s, 30s, and 20s in this book. But look at that. So this is an excellent book to have if you're really interested in looking at different covers of various records. Now, there's so many other vinyl record related books on Amazon, but these are the 3 books I specifically wanted in my collection now, guys. Besides collecting records, I love to collect books. I have over 100 books in my collection. So that concludes my video on my record book collection. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a blessed groovy day. Bye, guys. Trying to stop this.